Raghav Chadha of the Aam Aadmi Party, Ejaz Ilmi of the BJP, Sanjay Jha of the Congress, Shahid Siddiqui, Chief Editor, Nai Dunya. Let's debate. Okay, now if this is true, even partially true, 10% true, your campaign is over before it starts, will you ask Satish Upadhyay to resign? Is that a more honorable thing to do if in case you have been caught red-handed on this one? Because, you know, the biggest issue in Delhi is power. And if you have a conflict of interest with your main campaign chief doing business on the issue of power, then it's the biggest conflict of interest and people of Delhi will just reject the BJP. Can you risk it, Ejaz Ilmi? Let's begin with you. After that, open debate. Ejaz Ilmi.
Listen, this is another instance of Mr. Kejriwal's shoot and scoot, spit and abuse policy. With the same brush, you tar everybody, whether it's corporates, section of media, individuals, business people working.
No, let's not talk about media now.
Clearly said
no, we'll talk about BJP.
It's not a crime to work for an electricity supply company and provide them labor.
No, so you admit.
With the meter issue.
So you admit. So you begin with the admission.
I admit that Mr. Upadhyay.
You begin with an admission.
Admitting that those companies that he has named were giving contractual labor to different companies, to 10 different companies.
No, 1 second. He's a contractor for a Reliance, for an Anil Ambani Group, Reliance company. What are you talking about? There is proof no, 1 second. Who owns BSES? Who runs BSES?
His company provides contractual labor
so
to
you are
companies.
So you get money from the Reliance company. No, you get money from them.
Nothing to do with the power issue.
No, 1 second, please. No, Satish Upadhyay. It appears you have been caught with your hand in the till on this one. Raghav Chadha, an admission right on top of the Newshour tonight by the BJP representative, a conflict of interest charge. Why are you picking this up and how would you respond to the counters that Satish Upadhyay threw at you? Ejaz Ilmi, your admission is going to be expensive for the BJP, let me tell you. This admission today that your party chief is nothing but a contractor for the BSES is going to hit you hard. This is huge.
No, I'm not admitting. I'm saying Mr.
You have admitted, you just admitted he's a contractor. Don't take your words back. This was an admission. Was there not an admission? Was I the only one who heard an admission?
The press conference
I think he's publicly acknowledged
I think he's admitted it. Sanjay Jha says you admitted it.
I think he's publicly.
Sanjay Jha says you admitted.
I've admitted what Mr. Ashish said.
Absolutely.
Mr. Ashish Sood said that there was...
Your BJP chief, the BJP chief, you are admitting that the BJP chief in Delhi is a contractor for the Reliance-owned power company? You know the impact this will have on your campaign?
Mr. Ashish Sood. Mr. Ashish Sood is the one who gave that statement in the press conference. That is what I'm saying.
Raghav Chadha is taking him on. Raghav Chadha is taking him on. Let's debate this. Nalin Kohli joins the debate. Yes, please.
Mr. Goswami.
Yes.
Mr. Goswami, the BJP spokesperson has been caught red-handed, and even Mr. Upadhyay, in his press conference,
your allegations are fictitious.
confessed to the fact that all these meters have been handed out by his company, and he has been a regular contractor of the BSES Delhi, BSES Yamuna, as well as BSES Rajdhani. You look at the facts. A company is incorporated in 2002 by the name of NCNL Infomedia Private Limited with the prime objective of indulging into a business of information technology and media. Suddenly this company, few months down the line, wants to get into the electricity business and starts indulging in, handing out meters, installing meters, etc. And now what we find out is that for the past few years, until 2012, this company has been supplying meters. Please understand, faulty meters is probably one of the biggest issues in Delhi. Various RWAs have petitioned, various DERC reports have furnished that there is a gross failure, a malfunctioning in these meters. They are faulty meters, they result in exorbitant billing, and now the BJP has been caught red-handed. Please understand, there is
So will Satish Upadhyay resign? Nalin Kohli, will your party campaign chief in Delhi resign over this?
Those meters were not supplied.
Will your campaign chief resign over this? That's
a specious allegation.
Mr. Ejaz Ilmi, that's why we have two BJP leaders today on the program.
It goes on to show that, now we are connecting the dots and we can arrive at a safe conclusion that the CAG audit of these private discoms that the Aam Aadmi Party had begun and instilled has been put in cold storage because of this reason. The meter audit that we had installed has been...
I don't know why Nalin Kohli is laughing.
and no action has been taken against these
No,
companies.
I don't, no, what's, I don't,
Companies don't exist.
Ejaz, tell me 1 minute. I don't know what Nalin Kohli, what do you find laughable? What do you find, what do you find laughable when there is clearly today established, there is an established conflict of interest charge because the government at the center that is running Delhi currently, which is deliberating over matters pertaining to discoms and to tariffs, and you have a Delhi BJP chief whose company has an ongoing contract with these discoms. I have a copy of it. There is a conflict of interest because Satish Upadhyay has not made a full disclosure about his private business dealings with power companies, be it past or present, in the run-up to the elections or the current contract with the BSES. Did you know about this contract with the BSES? Did you know, Nalin Kohli? Did Satish Upadhyay tell you that in the day... No, what's it? I have two jobs. One is to protest about the power situation in Delhi, and my second job is to be a contractor with the same power company. Did you know that, Nalin Kohli?
Okay. First, you asked me why I was smiling or laughing. It was because just a couple of days ago, Mr. Chadda said, I'm a very old man, so I don't know who is going to be unfair to whom. An old man taking on a child or a child taking on an old man. That was my amusement. The second one, of course, is Mr. Chadda used very heavily words.
Don't get personal, he says. He's saying don't get personal.
I'm reminding you.
We don't want filibustering.
I'm reminding you. Oh, yes, I'm coming. 1 minute.
Don't filibuster, he's saying to you.
No.
To me. Do not
Mr. Chadda, I don't want to be held guilty for child molestation by becoming rough.
Oh,
with you.
please now.
No, I'll filibustering and all these are big words. Spell it out and we'll take the debate elsewhere. He's used the word red-handed. In the same discussion, Mr. Chadda has gone ahead and said, well, keep quiet, Mr. Chadda. Here, Mr. Chadda, I'm responding. Let me finish. Mr. Chadda,
It's time.
well, let him speak. He suffers from verbal diarrhea too.
People.
All right, Mr. Chadda. Mr. Chadda.
Common people.
No, Mr. Chadda, I can smell the smoldering embers of a personal fight which has happened between both of you. This is the news, we talk substantially. Nothing personal, gentlemen.
I am not making any personal.
Perhaps you have a cure for verbal diarrhea. Why don't you give him something, Mr.
No, but you also, Mr. Nalin Kohli, what are you saying? Child molestation, verbal diarrhea, all this is not necessary. Please come to the point. Now I am going to narrow you down to the point.
I'm responding to what all Mr. Chadda uses. I'm just reminding him. So that's why he's jumping.
Okay, so
he said, let's go one by one to the substantive part of the debate now.
Let's go.
We've had our bit of fun.
No, the substantive part is that the substantive part I put again has...
No, I'm coming, so let me answer.
Can the BJP have a campaign chief who has a history of being a contractor with the same power company the party criticizes all through in the run-up to its election campaign? Are you ready to compromise your campaign? Question is to you, Sanjay Jha yet to speak,
one by one.
as well as Shahid Siddiqui yet to speak.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Later. Okay. 1 point. First is, Mr. Chadda started with the allegation, red-handed, and used the word supply. They've never supplied. This is on the record.
Supplied what? Supplied what?
And I can say, meters. They are talking about supply of meters, which is separate to installing meters. There's a big difference.
So they supply... What's it?
You asked the question, Mr. Goswami.
No, did they install meters?
Finish, Mr. Goswami.
No, did they install... What's it? Did they... What's it? Forget. Please, 1 second. No, Nalin Kohli, a minute.
And try and get away.
Nalin Kohli, forget supply. Nalin Kohli, I narrow the question. 1 minute. 1 minute. No, before you finish, let me ask the question. Forget... 1 second. Whether supply or install or replace or make or paint or manufacture or dance with meters, did they get paid by the Reliance owned BSES or not? In other words, did Satish Upadhyay's company make money? अरे भाई हिंदी में कह देता हूं आपको कि BSES के लिए काम करके उन्होंने पैसा बनाया कि नहीं, और जिन्होंने पैसा बनाया वो दिखा रहे कागज तो हमारे पास भी है. नहीं, आई एम जस्ट मेकिंग
आप जवाब पूछे
अंग्रेजी में तो आप आंसर नहीं कर रहे. सो आई एम आस्किंग यू बिकॉज़ आई होप दैट यू विल एटलीस्ट गेट स्पेसिफिक.
चलो मैं हिंदी में बोल देता हूं अगर आपको लगता है कि राष्ट्रभाषा में मैं ज्यादा अच्छा बोलता हूं.
बताइए.
तो इसलिए मैं सीधा बता देता हूं. पहली बात है कि आपने सवाल पूछा था कि उन्होंने ये आपको बताया कि ये काम कर रहे कंपनी के लिए. ये डिस्क्लोजर की आवश्यकता कहां पड़ती है? कोई इलेक्शन फॉर्म तो है नहीं, कोई भी बिजनेस अगर कर रहा है, मैंने सीधी बात कह रहा हूं,
ठीक, great.
कोई अगर बिजनेस कर रहा है
This is the
उसमें
new
गलत
logic.
नहीं है, मैं आपको चाय के लिए ले जाऊं, उसका ये थोड़ी ना मतलब हो गया कि मैं आपको
Wait, this is, no, one second. What were you accusing? Then what were you, no, one second. Then what were you accusing Suresh Kalmadi, the CWG scam of? What were you accusing Suresh Kalmadi of? What were all the accusations of Suresh Kalmadi then?
Mr. Goswami?
Yediyurappa of? What were we accusing?
You know how serious this is?
Why did he go to jail?
Cases have been filed.
Cases have been filed.
An organization, the Aam Aadmi Party, why I brought up the point of supply versus installing. There's a difference between the two because the Aam Aadmi Party's homework is incorrect. That's the point. They are making allegations.
Okay,
they
counters coming in. Sanjay
If they
Jha
had done
comes
their
in,
homework, they
also
would have
smiling
realized
tonight,
that
Shahid
Ashish
Siddiqui.
Sood is not a vice president, he's a general secretary of the Delhi
one sec,
BJP.
so who's coming in?
They want to
Shahid
put an allegation on Mr. Upadhyay.
No, one sec. Before you did you now you made him campaign committee chief. Arvind Kejriwal did not come and tell you, please make Satish Upadhyay campaign committee chief. You made him campaign committee chief.
Why would he?
No, you made him
Of
campaign
course, but
committee
why would he
chief.
tell us and why would we listen to him?
Listen to him. Listen to me, Nalin Kohli. There has always been a perception of conflict of interest because the BJP has always promised to bring down power tariffs by 30% in Delhi as per your own manifesto. Instead, during your tenure, when the central government is running Delhi, central government tariffs have increased. I'm not even talking about that. But the tariffs have increased at a time when your BJP chief Satish Upadhyay's company still has a running contract with BSES. Your state president has an ongoing contract with a power company at a time of rising tariffs in the city. So people will ask, but you are making money, we are suffering. How come that is okay?
Sure.
No, is there a running contract or not?
Certainly.
Is there a running contract or not? Is there a running contract or not?
Maybe. Hold on. I'm not denying it because I'm not certain, but there's
I'm certain.
asking the question.
I have the approved contractor list.
Okay, so I'm not.
I have the approved contractor list with me.
I'm not rejecting it.
No. So how come?
So I'm not denying it, but because
but then you can't deny it.
I'm very particular about facts.
But Satish Upadhyay. Nalin Kohli. Now it doesn't help. Satish Upadhyay has himself slammed the discoms for higher tariffs as recently as November last year. This without any full disclosure that he has commercial dealings with the companies he's criticizing, and he has a running contract with one of them. This is hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy. Nalin Kohli.
Mr. Goswami, I'll put it in. One minute. Let me give you an analogy.
As a politician, you criticize the discom. As a businessman, you have a business contract with them. What is going on? This hypocrisy.
No, hold on.
No, why should I hold on? Why should I hold on? This company, his company, which is this, his company,
Mr. Goswami.
No, I now pull out the website.
Stop speaking.
Okay, one second. Last point to you.
Straight away, one last point I'm making.
Nalin Kohli,
there has to be a substantive proof.
Nalin Kohli, I'll show the proof.
Was formed on PILs, which has all the legal talent. How is it they didn't decide to take this to court? The person who's going to the court is going to be Satish Upadhyay.
Satish Upadhyay's company, you go into website, it claims it is the winner of the best vendor of the year and excellency award from Reliance Energy. You realize how serious this is?
So is
or
that
you're
a
still
matter?
not realizing
So if somebody is doing a good job, is that to be thrown out of the window? Is he not entitled
this is not a
to
good job. This is a commercial dealing.
The question is, is there wrongdoing? Hold on. If there is wrongdoing, then Mr. Upadhyay will be
opening up to the debate.
For earning his livelihood in a legitimate way, there is no problem.
Nalin Kohli,
if there is I'm not. Mr. Kejriwal ever left politics?
I'm not saying tonight that you are in the
soup. So therefore, till somebody proves it.
One second. When I have to question the Aam Aadmi Party, I do. Nobody knows I'm as harsh with them as with the Congress, as with the BJP. But I'm saying this tonight, that if Kejriwal has managed within 24 hours of your appointing Satish Upadhyay to find out something damaging against him, will you sack him or will you brazen it out? You have weeks to go. You are willing to risk it, good for you. Sanjay Jha coming back into the debate and Shahid Siddiqui hasn't opened yet. Shahid Siddiqui first, because Sanjay Jha at least spoke a sentence. Shahid Siddiqui first. What do you think this is going to happen? What's going to be the impact of this on the BJP? Yes, Nalin Kohli, drink some water, you're going to need it. Yes, please.
Arnab,
Shahid Siddiqui.
No, Mr. Goswami,
Arnab, even before this revelation was made, please, yaar, Kohli sahab, ab mujhe bolne do. I've been listening to all of you. Even before this revelation came out, BJP was on back foot. Delhi is going to be the real litmus test for BJP. Delhi, जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं टेढ़ी खीर साबित होगा बीजेपी के लिए. It's not going to be a cakewalk as Haryana or Maharashtra was. But now with this revelation, I think they have been really cornered. And now they will have to come out with a very, very convincing facts. And it is now the duty of the media, more than that of Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party or any other party, to fully investigate and come out with the facts and to tell the nation that what is the reality, and tell the people of Delhi, because people of Delhi have suffered because of this nexus between politicians and the power companies. They have suffered for last so many years, whether it was the Congress in power or BJP people in power. All these politicians have been in nexus with the power companies.
Yes,
and
first,
that has to be exposed.
Therefore,
it is now the duty of the media to
therefore, I have only two questions to ask the BJP leader. Sanjay Jha, coming to you. Raghav, I see your hand go up. I'm going to give a second opportunity to the BJP leaders, Nalin Kohli and Ejaz, representing the party on the Newshour tonight, to answer my next question. Nalin Kohli, my question to you is it true or not that the BJP has said there is corruption in the discoms?
Whenever there are corruption issues, we raise it. And we have raised it also on the discoms.
So,
and Mr. Satish Upadhyay's company has not supplied anything or installed anything after 2012.
Okay, I'll quote something.
We should put that on the record too.
I'll place on it. The quote here is BJP says, quote, there is clear indication that the power sector is being manipulated and huge money is being made through widespread corruption. This cannot be possible without the support of the political executive in power. This is your quote. Now, simple question everyone asks you today. If there is corruption in the discoms, how come two of your people, one of them, your BJP chief, is having commercial and business dealings with the companies who you call corrupt? Sanjay Jha, is that not the moot question? You call them corrupt and then you do business with them. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you the hypocrisy.
Mr. Kej.
No, Arnab, I'll tell you the facts here. I will skip the rhetoric. Mr. Kohli, just give me a few minutes. If you look at the actual distribution percentage, BSES Yamuna and BSES Rajdhani, which are owned by Anil Ambani, are actually the largest supplier. Almost 75% of the power distribution is done by them. So if there is a relationship where the BJP's, gentleman there is a big supplier, then I can tell you the scales are pretty humongous. That's one part that needs to be investigated. The second part is actually more pertinent, Arnab. Why has the central government, because after all, Delhi has been under President's rule, why is it that the CAG has been so unhappy that the government or the Lieutenant Governor's office has not been helping the CAG in getting access to relevant data to investigate the power distribution companies? That has actually become a very critical issue, because end of the day they feel that the government has been stalling and there has been an effort to try and delay the entire process. The third point, and the third very crucial point, is that where the BJP is concerned, 1 minute, this is a conflict of interest, but it is also an admission there have been cash transactions between a very prominent politician of the BJP and the power distribution companies concerned. Since they have not denied that, and they cannot deny it at this point of time, it doesn't matter at what point and up to what magnitude. But that is an irrefutable fact.
You have proof producing.
I think you have a very, very serious issue to discuss.
Counters. Ejaz is countering you, so is Nalin. Ejaz.
And you have photographs of the cash transactions. What cash transactions are you talking about?
You don't understand. You don't understand.
And when was it taken? The bribe was taken at 10 Janpat or what?
Financial literacy.
A cash transaction means...
Were you privy to the cash?
A cash transaction means a commercial dealing which you have yourself agreed. You don't understand. You have you have very low level of financial literacy, my dear friend.
At the Congress
cash transaction means whether it is a check transaction, it is a financial transaction. And you cannot deny it, because if you're a vendor, you have already been paid for the services rendered by you. And the scale,
this is a bribe?
The scale and magnitude must be humongous, because BSES is a prime supplier.
So where was the cash transaction? In the Congress headquarters. You are making, so you are saying you are making a big comment. So show us that. Unless it was in the Congress headquarters, then you have proof.
Even if there are 10 BJP spokesperson on the panel today, they will be all flushed with embarrassment. They should be red in the face because they have been caught here, completely exposed, even before the election started.
Listening to the
biggest political
listening to your wild allegations, we should be embarrassed.
With the biggest conglomerates.
Nalin, your friend Raghav comes back to the debate. Yes, Raghav. My point is, ladies and gentlemen, how do you define conflict of interest? 1 second. The BJP had alleged, and you'll remember, dear Newshour viewers, the BJP alleged conflict of interest when a man called P. Chidambaram, and Nalin Kohli, let me jog your memory, When P. Chidambaram was appointed on the empowered group of ministers for spectrum and pricing policy because he, as per your claims, had decided on spectrum pricing policy with A. Raja and granted approval to companies whose names have cropped up in relation to the 2G scam. Now, if that is the case, if that was your belief, if that is how solid you were with your own ideological position, no, 1 second, let me complete. Then you should sack Satish Upadhyay because he is guilty of conflict of interest through his association, past or present, with Delhi discoms at a commercial level when several of these discoms have been accused by your own party of irregularities. You have two choices now. Either you take back your allegations or you sack Satish Upadhyay. Which one will you do? Either you take back your allegations against the discoms or you sack Satish Upadhyay. Which one do you choose, Nalin Kohli? You can't brazen it out. You brazen it out, people are watching you now. You brazen it out, people are watching you, not just in Delhi but nationally.
Conflicts. Hold on. Is Mr. Upadhyay holding an office of profit? If Mr. Upadhyay holds an office of profit, your allegation and our stand remains the same.
What are you saying?
He's not holding an office of profit. He's not in a decision-making authority to influence it. Number two, Mrs. Kejriwal works for the government of India and Mr. Kejriwal denounces the government of India. So is that a conflict of interest? That, you know, at one side his kitchen may be running from the salary that comes from the exchequer. Don't draw these comparisons in such a wild way.
Mr. Kohli
The Aam Aadmi Party may. And the third is, let there be any proof of this. Mr. Upadhyay is willing to leave politics. Why even conflict of interest? He will leave politics, he's saying.
Even Kalmadi said he's going to leave politics. How did it matter? Kalmadi said, I'm going to leave politics. Does that mean the allegations don't hold? Raghav Chadda countering you right now. Raghav.
Their party said...
But Mr. Upadhyay did not buy toilet paper at the rate of, you know, what cartons of food would have cost.
Okay, Raghav Chadda responding to Nalin Kohli.
Now, there are a couple of points that I want to make. You see, the nexus, the conflict of interest that we are talking about is a very grave and a big concern. This isn't limited to Mr. Satish Upadhyay. This is across party lines. Last month you saw that the Aam Aadmi Party exposed how Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad and Mr. Manish Tiwari, two of the big leaders in the country, were on a mysterious
I'll answer that.
Of the Reliance Group and companies of the Reliance Group. So this entire business of conflict of interest and close nexus with these corporates is dangerous to our country. Point number one. Point number two, in the press conference, I would like to raise two quick points. You know, the Prime Minister and various other members of the BJP have been making personal remarks and saying that these guys know nothing. All they know about is, you know, how to make allegations and lie about. Now I will show you two documents.
What documents?
Mr. Satish Upadhyay today said that. So Mr. Satish Upadhyay today said that the day he entered public life, the day he started, joined the BJP or started active politics, he resigned from all his company. This is the ROC document of November 2014, which shows that he's still a director in two companies. One company is Fabrilon Toys India Private Limited, the other company is NCNL Infrastructure Private Limited. His affidavit of his MCD elections of 2012 also clearly shows that he has the ownership of all these companies as well as the directorship of all these companies. That is line number one of Mr. Satish Upadhyay. Now coming to the other point of VAT registration, which we raised in the second part of our press conference. You see, the Delhi VAT Act, the Delhi VAT law says that at one place, one company under one trade name can only have one VAT registration, that is one VAT registration number, sales tax number. Mr. Upadhyay, surprisingly, this very company that we are talking about, NCNL Infomedia Private Limited, had two registrations.
I'll answer that.
Now the question is that usually we've seen that traders who use these two registrations are essentially using this for purposes of switch billing or fraudulent billing, so that one account is showed to some other authority, the other account is not showed or showed to some other authority. We raised this question, only a question, in our press conference.
Nalin Kohli
chose to ignore it. He did not answer.
I'll answer both of them specifically.
Nalin Kohli.
The larger problem of nexus and counterfeit.
Nalin Kohli, I have the full document of NCL Infomedia Private Limited. I first of all don't understand how a company that has to work in media suddenly starts getting into supplying electricity meters. Please believe it or not, I don't know how these things happen.
Absolutely.
No, one second. And I have the full board of directors, I have the shareholders, etc. First directors of the company, Satish Upadhyay, and I think the name of his brother is also there.
Umesh Upadhyay.
Yes. So, you know, the question is,
okay.
and no, 1 second, don't get excited, Ms. Nalin Kohli. Certificate of Incorporation under the Companies Act. Here it is. Okay, director information, here it is. Okay, TDS, certification, form 26AS, here it is. Nalin Kohli, this is going to really hit you unless you take some action. You know, you're in real trouble here. And most importantly, approved contractor list valid till 31/03/15, which means till 31st March of 2015. Right? Please come down here at point number 97 under vendor code 232306 is NGNL Infomedia Private Limited, which I have marked out. Is this the same company, Nalin Kohli, which is owned by Satish Upadhyay as the majority shareholder? You know how serious this is getting for you?
Because there are two companies that are bogus.
No, I am talking about NGNL. I am talking about NCNL Infomedia, which is also a contractor with this, with an approved contractor list with BSES. It's on their website. You want to check it out?
Now, if my yeah, okay.
You want to check it out?
No.
No.
You want to check it on the website. You have it. I'm not doubting it.
No. So you can't doubt it because
Mr. Goswami, you have no interest in creating false documents. You're not the Aam Aadmi Party.
No. These are my documents. I've got enough documents of mine. You can go to the website and look for it yourself. The fact of the matter remains, and really think out what you're saying. The fact of the matter remains.
Well, that's the best thing we've seen from the Aam Aadmi Party so far.
Nalin Kohli, be honest. Be honest on this, Nalin Kohli. Be honest on this. Just open up. Of course. Speak the truth, Nalin Kohli. The question coming your way. The BSES in December 2012 was reported to have held a Lok Adalat to settle claims over tampered meters and power thefts. I am asking you, how many of these meters were installed by your BJP chief Satish Upadhyay's company? Were there any at all?
We can do a debate on this tomorrow with full facts.
Why tomorrow? Let's do it tonight.
Because I have not installed it.
No. Since these fraudulent meters, since these fraudulent meters have been in the public domain.
There are two allegations here. Mr. Goswami, your first one is that there is an assumption that those meters were tampered only by the company that installed them.
But one second.
And second is that you are believing that it was. How do you know? That's a false. That could be a completely fraudulent allegation of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Fact of the matter.
So wait. You want to do it specifically on this? That
Nalin
will be
Kohli,
done tomorrow.
will you sack Satish
Second
Upadhyay?
is these two companies that the Aam Aadmi Party claims.
Will you sack Satish Upadhyay? Yes or no, Nalin Kohli?
Kejriwal, no less.
Will you sack him?
Kejriwal says the maximum payments were from BSES were received by two companies which were namely NCNL Power Limited and NSNL Transmedia. These are bogus companies. So therefore, now we have to start even answering on manufactured bogus companies that Mr. Kejriwal has chosen to do. See, we must go on facts. Then they are talking about these two VAT numbers. That's a different story by itself. They have again confused their facts. So, Mr. Chadda, relax. Why are you getting excited when I have facts to counter your allegations? Why are you jumping so much? Relax. No, listen. You gave a long speech to the nation. I heard you. It was longer than any speech I've heard in a long time. So, hold on. Speak after me. Try to come up with some facts. It's a young party. I understand your enthusiasm. I understand you would like to get television time on a screen. But do that on facts, not allegations alone. You know, we can settle this later on. So let me finish my point. Mr. Kejriwal made another amazing comment today. Congress was troubling me every day, so I left the government. Why did Mr. Kejriwal leave the government?
Don't change the subject.
Lokpal. So Mr. Kejriwal does that. You are young, you don't need to follow that path of making wild allegations all the time. It will hurt your credibility.
Sanjay Jha, back to the debate. Sanjay Jha, back to Bijli is the hashtag. Is the BJP going to lose out if it doesn't sack Satish Upadhyay? And if it sacks Satish Upadhyay, will it lose more? Or if it keeps Satish Upadhyay, will it lose more? Is this becoming an ego issue for the BJP? Should they act before it's too late? And also, where have these papers now come from?
Mr. Chadda is drinking water. You won't say something, Mr. Goswami.
Well, you can all drink water. Don't let your argument fall into water. Sanjay Jha.
Arnab, I will tell you the BJP has a history of brazening out all embarrassments. Sakshi Maharaj has not received the show cause notice. Yogi Adityanath continues to prosper. Nothing is going to change where the BJP is concerned. The critical point here, Arnab, and I'll give you one statistic. Delhi has close to around 47 lakh these kind of electronic or these electric meters involved. So when you actually multiply the value of the installation or actually the cost, you can multiply 45 lakhs back that cost and imagine how astronomical that sum is, which the current BJP leaders are currently playing around with from whatever the allegations have been made by AAP party. The second point that the BJP cannot ignore is the fact that today, for the last 8 months, they have had an opportunity under President's rule to try and amend whatever distortions were there in the market.
I will answer
they
that.
haven't done anything at all about it.
No, what
And let me
worries
take
me
the third
most-
point, Arnab, the tragedy
point?
is of the politics of electricity. Just 1 year ago,
No,
just
it's not
1 year
politics
ago,
of electricity.
had
You know
Delhi,
the
which was
tragedy
one of
is.
the most
No, the
dismal
tragedy,
states.
I'll tell you,
No, just
Sanjay Jha,
1
I'll
year
tell you what the
ago,
tragedy
you had
is.
24-hour electricity and the lowest tariff in Delhi.
No, I'll tell you what the tragedy is. You know what the tragedy is?
Important issue in Delhi.
Shall I tell you what the
And people
tragedy
who
is?
are behind